These disagreements over oil production in Kurdistan is damaging and has slowed the development of the entire oil sector in Iraq, and it is affecting all the people of Iraq. Throughout the discussions, we have always been prepared to resolve these issues on the basis of the Iraqi constitution for which the majority of the Iraqi people have voted. I'm very happy to announce that following remarkable efforts on all sides, the Iraqi Council of Ministers has recently endorsed a detailed KRG proposal which should resolve the issues, or at least pave the way for resolving the issues once and for all. And we are hopeful that we can put it into implementation. Prior to 2003, the Kurdistan region was unexplored and its oil potential was for the most part unknown. Now, recent geological surveys estimate that oil reserves in the Kurdistan region be as high as 45 billion barrels and around 3 to 6 trillion cubic meters of natural gas. With the current investment in the existing oil fields, the Kurdistan region is capable of exporting 100,000 barrels per day, and to double that in a very short period of time. 8 new oil fields were also discovered recently, and it is estimated that we could boost production to approximately 1 million barrels per day in 4 to 5 years' time. These are great opportunities, ladies and gentlemen, for the whole of Iraq and for the international community too. There are also great opportunities for petrochemicals and other downstream industries to flourish in the Kurdistan region. Current oil refineries have proven to be a worthwhile investment and have contributed to meeting the local demand for petroleum products and power generation. Our plan is to continue in that direction and achieve the Kurdistan region's potential to being a hub for these industries in Iraq and beyond. We focus on the oil sector. We focus on both the upstream and the downstream. We are also focused on developing the gas potential in Kurdistan and to become part of the Nabucco project. For that, we believe, lies an important Iraqi national interest as well as the interest of the people of Kurdistan. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not to say that everything is rosy in Kurdistan. The Kurdish society and government are also burdened with the legacies of a civil war, sanctions, outdated bureaucracy, and big government. It is a society going through a transition to what we aspire to be a fully functioning democratic system of government rooted in the rule of law and free market economy. We are also suffering from the plague of corruption. These are serious challenges that we must deal with through a multifaceted reform agenda. With assistance from PricewaterhouseCoopers, the KRG has launched its Good Governance and Transparency Initiative and has started undertaking a thorough and comprehensive evaluation of government procedures and contracting. The KRG Council of Ministers has also recently endorsed a draft law establishing a transparency commission to staunch corruption and promote good governance, and has introduced a code of conduct for public servants. As part of our drive to improve government efficiency, we are also introducing e-government services to connect government institutions to the people and empower our citizens, the private sector, and foreign investors. We want to make the region's economy more efficient and competitive by improving internet connectivity and installing broadband networks. We're encouraging the development of a business-friendly environment which attracts local and international capital by establishing free trade zones with neighboring countries. There are some real steps in this regard with both Turkey and Iran. The KRG understands that the private sector must take the lead in a diversified, sustainable growth, and we have been working hard to provide an appropriate environment for trade and investment. It has established a one-stop shop for investors through the Board of Investment, and we have enacted an investment law which not only promotes private sector engagement but also provides for equal treatment of foreign and domestic investors in all areas, including land ownership, exemption from custom taxes and duties, and the ability to transfer profits and interest on capital abroad. These efforts have resulted in much greater interest in the Kurdistan region among investors from many different countries such as the United Kingdom, Japan, Turkey, China, United States, Germany, Canada, Korea, Iran, Lebanon, Norway, United Arab Emirates, Syria, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and many others. As of last April, the investment licenses granted by the Investment Board for projects in housing, banking, industry, tourism, education, agriculture, communications, and health service amounted to nearly $13 billion. There have also been remarkable improvement in Kurdistan's diplomatic relations with other countries, and we are seeing a continuous increase in the number of consulates and diplomatic representations in Erbil, the region's capital. We truly appreciate the expressions of interest from the UK, such as the recent APPG fact-finding mission. The mission was extremely positive about the Kurdistan region and identified many areas in which the UK could be more actively involved. Our experience, ladies and gentlemen, from the last 2 decades have been, despite the ups and downs, given us more confidence and have proved that the progress and growth are possible. We have learned to turn our sad memories and our tragedies in the past into dreams for a better future. We believe firmly in a democratic federal Iraq, and we consider the progress and advancement of the Kurdistan region to be an asset for the progress of the whole of Iraq. We consider the success of Kurdistan a success for the democratic process in the whole of Iraq. Despite gradual and lingering return to stability to Iraq, its economy is growing steadily. From 1.5% of GDP growth rate in 2007 to 4.3% in 2009, it is estimated to reach over 7% this year and around 8% next year. The safe environment, maturing economy, and rapid development in the Kurdistan region make it a model of growth and ideal gateway to the rest of Iraq. In 2003, GDP per capita was barely $465 in Iraq. The current GDP per capita in the Kurdistan region is estimated to be around $4,500, which compares with nearly $3,600 in Iraq as a whole. With a population of approximately 4.5 million people, an area of 80,000 square kilometers, the security and the stability of Kurdistan, the business-friendly environment of Kurdistan, I consider that Kurdistan is an opportune investment environment and offers many opportunities for investment in industry, agriculture, energy, tourism, trade, and they can all thrive. Kurdistan is a developing success story. It is an important emerging market. Kurdistan's market is important in its own right, but it is far more important when it is considered in the context of the larger Iraqi market. We want Kurdistan to become the indispensable link for interstate trade and investment between Iraq and its neighbors, and I dare say we are succeeding in building that model. I hope this conference will be a good opportunity for the Iraqi and Kurdish private sector to meet with their counterparts in the international community and in the UK, and to embark on this important journey of promoting trade and investment in Kurdistan as a gateway to the rest of Iraq. Thank you for your kind attention, and see you in Erbil before long.